Oilersnation After Dark begins now.
In what we dubbed the biggest game of the season so far for the Edmonton Oilers, the boys take care of business on the road and grab a huge 2 points in the Pacific Division standings, defeating their division rival Golden Knights by a score of 4-2. Wazzy, Connor Ingram played well. The fourth line got on the board, and at the end of the game, the big dogs taking care of business. Got a little bit dicey there with a little turnover on the power play, but nonetheless, the Oilers find a way to grab the win, and hallelujah, boys. They kick off their 4-game road trip in style, and we got nothing but good vibes here on Oilers Nation After Dark this evening. Hello, what up, and welcome to ONAD, brought to you by Bet365 19+. Please play responsibly. Download the app today. Use the code NATION, N-A-T-I-O-N, to get in on the moment. Joined this evening by the one, the only, who ditched his quarter zip, but has been looking extremely jacked lately. One Matthew Wozniak. Don't lie to the folks. You've been in the gym. And he's looking good. Chat, gas my boy up. Good night for the fellas down at the studio. The Oilers get 2 points. We eat-oodle noodle. Bordzy's bankroll goes 3 for 3. We're flying high right now, Woz. I got no complaints. Give me a vibe check.
The vibes are high. Yesterday, I was sensing the pessimism around Oilers Nation. Negative vibes. People were losing hopes, saying, oh, they could miss the playoffs. I'm like, excuse me, no, we still have a golden opportunity to win the Pacific Division. And the Anaheim Ducks, they lost 4-0 today, I believe. And the Edmonton Oilers won, 4-2 against the Golden Knights. We're still in the mix, baby. Run it!
Cup, yeah.
Cup, yeah.
It feels back. It feels alive and well. This was a massive one for the Edmonton Oilers in the midst of, there's no other way to put it, a gauntlet, a murderer's row, you could say, these 4 games.
Bring 'em on.
Hurricanes, Golden Knights, Avalanche, Dallas Stars, and then the Blues, who just did beat the Anaheim Ducks 4-0. Shout out to them. Thank you very much. Big one for the Oil. They only allow 2 goals against a highly capable offensive team in the Golden Knights. Shout out to some good luck tonight. We had an offsides review that Connor Ingram, thank the Lord for that, because that was a wretched goal to allow against. And then, hey man, you know him, you hate him. Rasmus Anderson stick handling right into a broken stick, which allows Leon Draisaitl to be wide open alone in front. And that's all she wrote. Tonight, it should be a good one. Let's get caught up into the chat. I am seeing a lot of cup years.
Cup, yeah. Cup, yeah.
I like hearing Tristan in the other office down there, a couple 25 feet away, whatever, yelling, cup, yeah. Cup, yeah. Yeah, there he goes. He still gave it to me. Ryan S. said, only allowed 2. That feels weird. Yeah, over-under set at 6.5 tonight. The Oilers playing an under hockey game? What team is this, Connor Ingram? Maybe not all that tested. The Golden Knights do outshoot the Edmonton Oilers. Just checking here. 26-19, but Ingram stands tall. Himgram, I stand corrected, 24 of 26, 923 save percentage. That's pretty nice to see. Obviously, Tristan Jarry hasn't put up numbers like that in a minute. Connor Ingram, he's got the boys feeling good right now. We also got a couple super chats in here. We got some funds being thrown around. Reminder, all your super chats in support of the Ben Stelter Foundation. I was wearing my Brunch for Ben t-shirt all day today. Was going to wear it on the show. Unfortunately, I spilled Mr. Noodles all over it. And what are you going to do? Rusty's in $5. That's a big W for Edmonton. Only allowing 2 goals is huge. It's borderline unheard of lately for the Oil. If we keep playing like that, there will be a lot more W's coming. LFG Oilers, cup yeah.
Cup yeah.
Damn right, Rusty. Damn right. Once again, that's what makes 60-something games of the Edmonton Oilers so frustrating, because performances like that are in there for the Oilers. And yes, maybe they were stretches. I think the Golden Knights really took it to the Oil in the second period. They were able to withstand that run, make a run of their own in the third period, where the Golden Knights were plus 36 in the third period. Yeah. NHL leading 84 goals in the third, now 85. But the end of the day, that was the third period Oilers that I know and love. And the reason I get so upset when they are inconsistent, because that effort is in there. It could be night in, night out.
Well, it's the effort you want to see from them for all throughout the 60 minutes, and I thought they really handled that third period perfectly. Defensively, they buckled down. Physically, they were on it, and they were getting goals from a few different other players throughout this hockey game. Vasily Podkolzin obviously got the first goal, I believe, of the third period. Then Leon Draisaitl, Kasperi Kapanen caps it off.
Trent Frederick, the least likeliest, or 2 goals in his last 4 games. Don't let the kid get hot.
Back-to-back games with the Vasily Podkolzin goal.
His dad not allowed to leave. You have to be in the building every single game. Also, good-looking dad. I'm willing to say it. Dilf.
Yeah.
Dilf alert.
I was thinking it. Wasn't going to say it, but you said it.
I'll say it.
Welcome to After Dark, baby.
It.
Hey, Woz, this is After Dark.
We appreciate beauty on this podcast.
Yes.
All right?
Yes.
What is it, like a PG-13 podcast?
And the friend. Oh, you fucking kidding me? As I drop it.
There's our one that the PG-13 rating allows us. No more F-bombs.
There it is. Oh, yeah. Good luck with that. Tammy, my queen, is in with $10 and says, nice win. Start of a 15-game heater, question mark? I mean, a man can pray. I think so. LFG, stick taps and hearts for Ben always. Tammy, we love you. You're the best. She's the most consistent contributor to pre-gaming After Dark we've had in the entire existence of this show. So I appreciate it more on big wins like this, and I know Tammy's $10. It's their win or lose, but it feels good tonight. And then D-Pal Oilers with 69.99. Nice. Clap it up for D-Pal. He says where my cup year freaks at.
Cup yeah?
We might be. There it is.
That was freaky.
This is what I like.
Sunday night.
What I like. Then he follows it up with another cup year.
Cup yeah?
Oh, that's
Voss
so
has
freaky.
to do that for the rest of the show now. We're in for that. Then Minister UK is in with £2 or euros. I always mess this up. Heard Menzies' laptop is special guest. Yup, kid. Maybe we will get the BBL. Check the voicemail line. Good time to mention. You see it pinned at the top of the YouTube chat right now. The ONAD voicemail line. Oh, you know it's active. And on nights like this, these are the ones. Obviously, when the Oilers get shellacked and shit on pumps, it gets a little bit spicy in there. Post-game W's, big 4-point win in the standings, 4-point swing. It's a 4-point win, I guess, 2-point win, whatever. I'm excited. I'm jacked up. Don't look at me like that, Brad.
You got swings on your mind?
I'm looking to fight. Don't even know where I was going with that. Voicemail line, it's active. Get in there. I want to hear from the people. Saucy, Northside Norm. Are you yawning right now? It's a little bit late.
Right into the mic.
This guy's new to ONAD because wait for hour 3, was. We got things to talk about. Saucy Northside Norm is in. Says Wazold Schwarzniak Cup year. Not sure about that one, but I'm in on it. Yeah, no, you give the kid an inch, he's going to take a mile every single time. Then Slorence 5918 is in with $6.99 of his own. Savoyan Pods were by far the best 2 players for us in the first half. Then he puts in all capitals, by far. Vasily Podkolzin, an incredible game. That play in the third period, unassisted, springs himself on a breakaway where, I mean, you didn't know if he was going to get credit for it. I was so happy for him that he did get credit. 15th on the season. Bordzy, he's been incredible all year. He was big in this one tonight, but some very unlikely or less likely characters, I will say, for the Edmonton Oilers in this one. First things first, got to pay the bills. Shout out Derek Dodge, Edmonton, a lovely friend here on ONAD. It's the beginning of a new chapter for Derek Dodge, as they are now under new ownership, and they're bringing a fresh approach, new energy, and a renewed focus on customer experience. And as you see below me on the screen, if you buy a vehicle right now, you go to Las Vegas. Trip for 2, everything accounted for, flights, accommodations. You leave the lot with your vehicle. You'll leave the lot with a trip for 2 to Viva Las Vegas. Where we are going to be in just over 2 weeks' time.
I'm going to go on an adventure in Vegas.
Talk to me.
I'm thinking of going down the whole strip.
We are on Fremont Street, so that would take you a minute,
I'm going to take an Uber. I'm going to go from Cairo to Paris because it's all there.
I shouldn't have laughed at that as much as I did. I shouldn't have. I'm in for a little exploratory journey.
Yeah, exactly.
Fremont Street, fantastic.
Steps in.
Once again, you still see it all over social media for Oilers Nation. Flights, everything, hotels booked up. But if you want to handle your own way to Vegas, the game experience is still active, and you could watch a VIP Oilers Golden Knights game from a VIP area where booze and food is entirely included for.
Last time we were in Vegas, Brett was there, and he met the commentator, the Spanish man.
Yeah, I spoke with the Spanish commentator, like the Spanish broadcasting, the SAP, and he came wearing a Mystico mask with the old Sin Cara from like one of the greatest luchadors ever. Again. It was fantastic. Yeah. I had a great time. It was great, but as I said often during that game, I was a liability.
Yes, you were.
Brett was the king. Brett was the MVP.
I thought you were going to pass out in a hotel hallway.
I did.
It was. We'll leave it at that. We don't need it. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and what happened in my room with Brett is it stays in Vegas.
People tell you you're my brother.
It stayed there.
It stayed. It will. All right, now let's get into some headlines. I want to hear some Drizzy Drake. So Brett, give it to me. Headlines brought to you by Tim Hortons. Roll up the rim. Do you feel that? Do you feel something exciting in the air? Well, that's because roll-up season is officially back. You can still play on the cup while supplies last, but do not forget to also play on the Tim's app, which means more chances to win just for doing what you already do, getting Tim Hortons. Roll-up season, it's only around till March 22nd, so do not wait until it's over to realize you forgot to play. For more info, check out timhortons.ca/rollup. Roll up to win, only at Tim's. Yeah. Have you been a winner yet this year?
No, I wasn't a winner because during deadline day, there was donuts here, and nobody brought a honey cruller, and usually that's how I feel like I'm winning, is when there's a honey cruller donut, so that was definitely missing.
I like that you blame everybody else for the fact that you haven't won yet. I have yet to win in person, but that's why you play on the app, because I think I've got like 4 victories on the app. Shout out my boy. Shout out my boy. Gassing me up right now. So from the top, all I can say is that felt like a playoff game out there tonight for the Edmonton Oilers. It was dubbed the biggest game of the season so far at this point. And I feel like we definitely saw an uptick in intensity. There was a chippy, fast pace. Up and down the ice they went. We saw some scrums after whistles. Colton Dock, I'm new to you. I love how much shit talking he be doing after the whistles. Not on the ice much, but he sure is effective. And there were multiple big hits thrown around the ice, whether it was in open ice, along the boards. It felt like compete level was ramped up a bit here for the Oilers. It felt like they knew this was a massive game on the schedule in the first game of a 4-game road trip where you are playing some very, very tough competition. And there was a lot to like in this game from the Oilers. You even say from the start, they were out shooting the Knights. I think it was 5-0, 10 minutes in. Yes, they took a penalty, but they killed it off with ease, and they had chances going up the ice. Jason Dickinson had one on a 2-on-1, and right from the get-go, you could feel the intensity was ratcheted up, and that this was, you agree, it felt like a playoff game in the sense maybe not the highest event hockey, low event, high intensity would be my definition.
Yeah, it was really good to see, especially from, considering this is going to be the roster that's going to take us into the playoffs. It's going to happen. A lot of people need to kind of bury that narrative. There's a lot of big hockey games coming up, and this team, they know how to rise to the occasion. We've seen them do it for the past 2 years in the playoffs. Think about this. Team has won 6 playoff rounds in the past 2 years. They know how to win big hockey games just like this one and the next one coming up.
Absolutely. I see some people in the chat here going, hey, can they beat Colorado? Can they beat Colorado? You bring an effort like that, and Connor Ingram is the goaltender in the net. And I feel confident about the Edmonton Oilers' chances against anyone. And you look at some of the new additions that they made at the trade deadline. And this was the first time I got a look at some of the new players because I missed Friday's game, obviously. Jason Dickinson, exactly as advertised. Just a calm, cool, collected, smooth, nothing fancy, nothing crazy. He was awesome on the PK, and you could feel that he definitely had a calming presence, especially without Adam Henrique out there on the ice tonight, who was normally in that exact same role that Dickinson stepped into. I think Connor Murphy was solid. just everything you want out of your second pair shutdown guy. He played 22 minutes and 33 seconds. He had a couple hits, had 3 blocks, and was solid. And then the guy, I was not familiar with your game, and he only played a whopping 5 minutes and 5 seconds. 9 shifts for Colton Dach. Had an apple. We'll get into that fourth line a little bit later, but he was a dog on a bone. He was exactly what the Oilers have kind of missed this season, and we talked about it on pregame. You can dislike the price that Stan Bowman paid up to get Jason Dickinson, or you know that these moves to get Tristan Jarry, you don't like it. At the end of the day, the Oilers, I think, had, if you polled most fans in November, 3 glaring needs. They needed a new goaltender. They wanted a shutdown right-handed defenseman, and you needed a defensive-minded centerman. They've got all 3 of them. The Tristan Jarry part maybe hasn't necessarily worked out, but Connor Ingram might be that new goaltender. And here I'm sitting, was thinking those guys had a big impact this evening for the Oil, and are a big reason why they got 2 points, and I'm going to say 4-point swing in the Pacific Division.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, especially these additions of, Connor Murphy, Colton Dach, Jason Dickinson. Defensively, the Edmonton Oilers, they needed these kind of presences in their lineup, and it kind of was evident considering the Oilers only allowed 2 goals. For a team that's been bleeding goals against for the past, ever since the Olympic break, this has been a positive trend, and I'm curious to see what the fancy stats look like behind them.
Really liked Dickens. He got hit and smacked around a little bit.
He got drilled. Keep your head up, brother.
There's a couple drillings tonight.
Yeah, Dickie got smacked around a bit, but that's a
Brett.
normal Sunday evening.
You got beat around? You got beat up?
Boys.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Normal Sunday evening.
Can we
over
be
here.
professional here?
No.
No. The fuck?
I'm going to step
Oh, the new
outside.
guy. Yes, Brett? As you were saying?
yeah,
you were in the middle of a dick joke, I believe?
But no, great feat again, really showing off. Just he's able to stick and play with this team. Another odd man rush on the penalty kill again with Kasperi Kapanen. I've really liked that line with Kapanen and adding Savoy on that line. Just 3 again. You said dogs on a bone. Those are 3 dogs on a bone. And again, like, I love a guy who loves to play hard and be hard to play against.
Power through. Power through.
Jason Dickinson is that guy. And Colton Dach, again, you already mentioned him. Get out of his face. Get out of his face, because he is going to bite. Loved it.
Can we get a look at the Trent Frederick goal? Do we have it here? Because another unlikely goal scorer for the Edmonton Oilers. His second goal in his last 4 games. And we talked about this in the office. I think Trent Frederick, for the last several weeks now, has been a solid 4th-line player for the Edmonton Oilers. Yes, he is paid to definitely be more than that. We would like more than that, but there they are, the 4th line getting into it. Brett, can you just pull it back to the beginning there again? Because what I want to focus on, I believe, is Colton Dach talking his shit as he is here battling in front of the net. I believe it's with Brayden McNabb, and there was some barking. You can see him. Yeah, nice. Excellent pause, Brett. Freddie and Bush trying to pull him back in, but he's going to talk his junk. He's going to do what he's got to do. Josh Szymanski getting in it as well. And on a night where Adam Henrique isn't in the lineup, was it an illness for him?
I don't think so.
I don't think we got any news on why he was out. Matthias Ekholm was a game-time decision with an illness. He found his way back in. But look at this play, stick-to-itiveness from the 4th line. Nothing sexy, nothing fancy. They're banging away. Shout out Bush being down low here. Aiden Hill makes the first stop. Freddie gets rewarded, and look at Colton Dach. He takes another shot at McNabb there as well. Brett, you were giggling during this whole point now and during the game.
Yeah, there's just this. So you see him he's here in the start of the frame. Everyone notices stuff is going on. He's chirping, yanks him out. Get out of here. It's so funny seeing everyone go, no. It's like pulling the dog back
Except
on the
Josh Szymanski was ready to do some barking
exactly.
getting in there.
2 kids.
Love this 4th line.
Really do. Like some young guys here from the Oil. Also, once again, Matt Savoy, he's just really good at hockey now, ladies and gentlemen. He has been excellent for weeks, if not months now, and I feel night in, night out. Yeah, he doesn't end up on the score sheet in this hockey game. We saw there was a super chat earlier that was like, Savvy was one of the best players on the ice, 13-27 time on ice, and there wasn't a lot there in the stat sheet. I like what I'm seeing. Young guys, some of this attitude, and who knows? It's all about getting hot at the right time. You've seen how many teams get in the NHL playoffs. Remember the Oilers, 8 seed, 2006. What up? But you see it in every sport where it is all about playing your best hockey at the right time and whether you can find it or not. And for as much of a slog and a struggle and how ugly and beaten down we have been this year, the Oilers have plenty of opportunity in front of them right now to decide their own fate. Their destiny is in their hands, and you win a couple of these big games. There are still so many one more time. There are so many Pacific Division matchups to go. They're still in this thing. They could still get the first seed in the Pacific. Shout out to the Blues for shutting out the Anaheim Ducks this evening. Now the Oil, 3 points back, I believe, of the Ducks. They're 2 points back of Vegas for the 2 seeds. It has been a struggle, and I appreciate it. That video you posted yesterday, the fans needed it. And I'm going to be real with you, even I needed it a little bit. You know me, I'm the optimistic, overly optimistic. I want to be positive. That's a microcosm of life, because why would you focus on the shitty things? You have to do it. You have to be aware of it. But here we are. The Oilers, we have seen them do this plenty of times where they just kind of, now it's go time? Okay, we've heard it all season, and it doesn't excuse some of these disgusting losses to shit teams throughout the year, and that's why they're in the spot they're in, and they have to win all these Pacific Division games. But Leon said it, Connor said it, Ekholm has said it. We need to be playing our best hockey at the right time. We know when that time is, and the time is now, Matthew Wozniak.
Well, you bring up the Pacific Division plenty of times in your little thing there. And
let me take a sip.
Let's just say this. It's funny to me to see that the Edmonton Oilers currently have the best goal differential in the Pacific Division, +9. Vegas is second with +4. The Anaheim Ducks, who are first place, have -9 goal differential, but they have 35 wins. The Pacific Division is an absolute travesty, but that's what I'm saying. The golden opportunity is there. You just kind of have to get through this next week, which is kind of a gauntlet. Dallas, Colorado's coming up, St. Louis as well.
Second half of back-to-back with travel.
Exactly. So, I mean, the team, I think, is built for this because they've had a pretty tough schedule to start the year. This is nothing new to them. So, you just got to hopefully buckle up, get your big boy pants on, and get to work.
Buckle up, buckaroo. Come here.
Come here.
So, you look at this. Sorry. Pull it back up for me, Brett, if you can. So, you got the Avalanche Tuesday. You got the Stars Thursday, Blues Friday. There's a lesser matchup you could say against the Blues, but you can't take anyone lightly. The Preds are right on that playoff bubble.
Yeah, everyone here is very competitive at the moment.
And then you look at it, San Jose, Florida, Tampa, Utah, Vegas, Anaheim, Seattle. This is quite the stretch for the Edmonton Oilers. There's no easy spots. There's no let-up spots. It is go, tough competition in every sense of the word, and that is a reason. I know I'm paid to be optimistic, but with all these tough competition, all these tough games coming up, that's early playoff hockey as far as I'm concerned. And with the play the Oilers have put up for 64 games this year, they are in a spot where they can't take anyone lightly. They need 2 points. And when they're going to be playing Pacific Division rivals, everybody, it's going to be me and Shell leaning forward a little bit with their controller because, Brett, we said a lot on pregame, and this is shit or get off the pot time. If this doesn't go your way, you might be on the outside looking in. But if it does go your way, you could actually win the Pacific Division for the first time in my lifetime and everybody's lifetime.
Well, I guess you could say there's a little bit of March Madness happening.
Brett, I know you didn't like that. Clap up for him. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
The Edmonton Oilers, the Cinderella no one expected.
The appetizer is here, baby.
Let's go. Yes, Brett?
Where was I going with this? In the situation that the Edmonton Oilers are in right now, with the way the division is and all that stuff, it's really their fate is in their hands this next month. But you wouldn't have it any other way. Like, there are so many divisional games, Western Conference games that you're playing in this next month that you want to be playing in. You're taking an extra 2 points from somebody that you are in a battle with in every single game that you're playing. So, and especially if you win. So this is exactly what you want if you're the Edmonton Oilers in this situation.
I like that somebody, Cheeks Clap, said, Waz, mic drop and leave. The George Costanza, and he just goes, that's it for me, folks. I'm out of here. It's not going to get better than that.
You know, Menzies here. I make 3 appearances a year on the show, so, gotta
Hey, you're doing great.
count.
You're doing great. Well, chat, tell Waz how much we've missed him here on ONAD. It's always good to keep it spicy, keeping the people around, but it's wild to say that, I mean this thoroughly. This was such a swing game for the Edmonton Oilers. Yes, 4 points in the standings. I'll let you in. I'll peel back the curtain a little bit. This was a swing game for my mood and outlook on the Edmonton Oilers. In that first one of a huge, tough stretch, you're on the road. Are you going to come out with a terrible start? Is your goaltender going to let you down? Are you going to allow weak ones in front? And while Darnell Nurse tried his darndest to screen Connor Ingram, I'm kidding, I shouldn't do that. They found a way to get it done, and I all of a sudden am sitting here with renewed optimism because, Brett, you talk about all those teams and this big stretch the Oilers about to go down. The end of the day, only one team has 97-29, number 2, and a plethora of guys who, as you mentioned, have won 6 playoff series over the last 2 years. Guys who know how to play playoff hockey, who know how to be clutch. We've seen them time and time again. You think they're dead, and then they play possum, and bam, they come and take a swipe at you. It might be the Edmonton Oilers' time right now. It also might not.
Just when I think I'm out,
they pull me back in.
That's the Oilers Kool-Aid for you. Because I was on it after the LA win when they beat them 8-1. I'm like, we're so back. And then we go into San Jose. It's like, all right, step back.
I wonder how I'm going to hit on my mood graph now, Brett. I have been tracking for the newcomers here on ONAD my mood graph throughout the season.
I had it ready.
That was from Vancouver and St. Louis. So we're at a 30 or 25 right now.
The Bordzy mood board.
Buddy, I think I'm back at a 50. I think that was so big for me. I'm back at a 50.
Really?
It was a 4-point swing. Connor Ingram looked good. Let's talk about him now. The goaltender for the Edmonton Oilers. He solid once again. What else can you say about Ingram? I feel like it's been the number one phrase I've used to describe him all season long. He was nothing special, I wouldn't say. He wasn't overly tested. The Golden Knights outshoot the Edmonton Oilers, but 24 of 26, .923 save percentage. He was 0.77 goals saved above expected, which would tell you solid. He got the job done once again, and we've seen it a little bit over the last couple of weeks. And this applies to both Edmonton Oilers goaltenders, Tristan Jarry and Ingram. There's been some inconsistencies. There's been some up and downs, whether that's been the team in front of them or their play themselves. Felt like Connor Ingram in this one was back to being calm, cool, collected Ingram. He wasn't letting up big, juicy rebounds, swallowing them up, allowing the face-off to be had, and was battling through screens as much as one Darnell Nurse tried to do his best. And I'd be remiss not to mention that if that Keegan Colasar goal, I believe it was, actually did count for the Golden Knights, we might be singing a different tune right now, but join me in reality. That goal did not count. Fantasy world, sure, and you could feel it from Ingram that right when that one got past him, it was like, oh my God, that was a mulligan. That was a redo for here for me. And he just kind of shut the door after that. Yes, Jack Eichel, he buried that one. I mean, what can you say? That was an absolute nasty shot up top, and Evan Bouchard back to a nice Bouchard-esque turnover, which we haven't seen one of those in a minute. Damn it, Brett, you're really going to show it right here. Ping, there it is from Jack Eichel. So Ingram, I'm not faulting him on that one by any means. And .923 save percentage was. He gets the W against the division rival in the Golden Knights. He's just hammering home game after game here for me that he is the number one goaltender for the Edmonton Oilers.
I would say so right now. I think compared to Jarry, he probably gives me the more confidence. I feel a little calmer when he's between the pipes. And other than that, goal that got called off, everything was fine tonight. And I kind of gave Jarry a little bit of love in pre-games. Like, he wasn't that bad against Carolina. I know he let in 5 goals, but he was not that bad. But Ingram has been steady. He was all right. He's all right. He let 5 in, but he was all right.
Brett, thoughts on Kingram?
Played well tonight, very well. A lot of just seeing eye saves. I really like the way he kicks his legs out. He's very good. His bottom half is very good. I know we talked about rebounds in the past, but that's just any goalie. Let's just be real here. Really enjoyed, kept the Oilers in this game, and even the one goal, the first goal that kind of brought Vegas back into it, shut it down from there on, just kept the Oilers head above water and allowed them to take the lead.
You got to like it. Some people here, Bouchard turnover, LOL.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was a bad mistake. Once again, that's what happens when you... And I want to even make this even clearer. That was a dog shit power play from the Edmonton Oilers. They were fighting it the entire time. It wasn't number two. The fact that they were pinned in their own end against the boards should tell you enough of the situation the Oilers were in. Yes, it wasn't a headsy play. It could have been incredibly costly for the Oilers, but it wasn't, and Bush was awesome.
He also had a great game tonight. Fantastic game.
And he's
tonight.
had nothing but great games for the last several months. We talk about it a lot where I go, feels like a minute since we've talked about an egregious Bouchard turnover. And that one wasn't even that egregious, in my
He
opinion.
was just trying to get the puck out.
But back to reset the counter, 0 days since the last Evan Bouchard turnover. And here we are. We just talked goaltending about Connor Ingram. I want to talk about the other guy in Aiden Hill on the opposite side. He stopped on the evening, 15 of 18. The Oilers only pump 18 shots on him, but there were some high-quality chances from the Oilers, especially early on in this hockey game. The Oilers, 5 high-danger opportunities in the beginning. We saw multiple posts being ripped from the Edmonton Oilers. Hyman had a redirection some earlier on in the game, but I felt like Aiden Hill, which is kind of weird when you look at the .833 save percentage. I actually thought he was pretty good in this hockey game, especially early on. He had some sliding side-to-side stops. There was one going right to left that he got his glove on. It was Connor McDavid going to the backhand. We thought McDavid just missed. No, Aiden Hill got his glove on it, but overall the Oilers were able to get the better of him, and with Carter Hart being on IR and this Golden Knights team was being a very likely first-round or second-round opponent for the Edmonton Oilers. Aiden Hill has not been good this season. He came into tonight with an .860 save percentage in 15 appearances. He was injured for over 3 months. He's been banged up. He struggled to find his game. Obviously, didn't make Team Canada. Tonight, .833. The Oilers, they might know how to get the better of Aiden Hill. Wazzy, what'd you think about him in this one?
It just feels like the Edmonton Oilers kind of have his number at the moment, right?
Which is crazy because the first time we ever met him, he completely owned the Edmonton Oilers and stopped our season.
Well, some goalies got a little lucky for a run.
That was then, this is now.
Exactly. And right now, the Vegas Golden Knights are free-falling for a bit, and it's going to be interesting to see where they end in the standings because both them and the LA Kings are kind of in that, spot where they've got some star talent, but they've also got some old guys who kind of hold them back. To be honest, Vegas has had some injuries. That's not really helping them either. So I don't know where they go from here. They're obviously a very competitive team. We saw it tonight. Like, they kind of stuck it with the Oilers up until the end there. So we'll see them in a couple weeks while we're in town.
It's been a weird season for the Golden Knights, right? Normally they are the perennial darlings leaders of the Pacific Division, and it's kind of theirs to lose type situation. But you look at their 14 overtime shootout losses. Mark Stone's banged up. Some other big names banged up. No Pietrangelo anymore. But they made the moves. They took the swing at this trade deadline. Cole Smith, who Evan Bouchard, for one shift, Brett, was just beating the shit out of Cole Smith. It was awesome to watch for like 30 straight seconds in the Oilers' own end. I think it was first or second period. I don't know what was said from Cole Smith to Bouchard or what was done, but that's what I'm talking about. Playoff intensity. Like, Bouch must have given him 8, 9 cross checks to the back. The referee watching directly right there, and Bouch wasn't crossing any lines. He was taking his chops when he could. It was awesome to see.
He was communicating, like the ref was communicating with them too. Like, it was, okay, watch it, guys. No, it was good. That was another part. I stood up and started clapping because you just don't see that a lot from, like, you see little microaggressions, I guess, from Bouchard, but that was a full-on battle from Bouchard. Love to see it. Also great to see that it was on Cole Smith. Who is that guy?
Bouch, let the hate fuel through you. Let it consume you. I liked seeing that. A little fire in the eye from one Evan Bouchard. It was nice. Final point I want to make, and then we'll move on to good, bad, and oily. I see some people mentioning Vasily Podkolzin. Just wait for the good, bad, oily for that, and we'll get into some details on him. I say this a lot. You got to be lucky to be good, and you got to be good to be lucky. Sometimes you need things to bounce your way, and it really felt like that tonight. Obviously, the offsides challenge, successful. Shout out the Oilers video coach for having their eyes on that one. Wasn't particularly close either. And then, Brett, can we get a look at the Leon Draisaitl third goal for the Edmonton Oilers as there's a broken stick from a Vegas Golden Knights player in their own end. There they try and stick handle through it. Unsuccessful, leaving number 29, Leon Draisaitl, wide open in front of the net, and he makes no mistake. And you get that offsides challenge. You get this moment right here, and with 20 games to go, 19 games to go, 18 games to go in the rest of the regular season, this is something we haven't seen much of for the Edmonton Oilers all year long. And you need bounces to go your way. Yeah. You're not going to outplay every team every single night. And when they got the opportunities, like on this one right here, they made no mistake. 29, you are paid a lot of money on this team, and you get that puck 8 minutes left in the third, up 1, 4-on-4, and he's able to kind of embarrass Aiden Hill there a little bit, but there's something to here. This is a part of the Kool-Aid for me where these are the things I wasn't seeing earlier on in the season, and understand they don't control the destiny, but maybe the hockey gods, the hockey gourds, as Bag Milk would say, maybe they're going to start shining down positively on these Edmonton Oilers. Maybe not.
They just didn't give up on plays, especially in that third period, as we saw there. That was an even strength. Leon Draisaitl finds the back net on the backhander. Evan Bouchard was very patient on the puck. Connor McDavid was fighting for it. He didn't want that offside to happen. So I got to give a lot of credit to the Oilers and how they just kind of kept themselves in this game and kept themselves, I'd say, professional. They weren't taking stupid penalties. They weren't getting in each other's heads and kind of, I guess, shooting themselves in the foot as we've seen them do in the past.
I like that. My spin zone on that. They made their own good luck in this hockey game. That's how I'm going to word that. That's how we're going to do that. Just want to check one more time. Couple super chats before we move along. Marcus is in with $2. Didn't say anything. However, 5 people liked that comment, and Ben Stelter Foundation likes that as well. So thank you for the $2. Then we got Jordan in $13.99, says, I'm back, boys. Loving the new additions to the team. If we play every game like this, I'm expecting some big confidence heading into the playoffs. P.S. Savoy is him.
Yes.
Timothy Savoy. Him Savoy. And then Tammy, once again, giving some Waz love.
Well, I do.
I love all of the content you produce or write. Keep being awesome, Waz.
Thank you so much. That's so nice.
Clap it up for Waz, Brett. He's our Swiss Army knife. He's our darling. He's our sweetheart.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Waz is hard to be negative around, and believe me, he does his best to pull it out of me. Especially you, Brett.
Waz is hard.
Yep, you are.
Wait, let me check that.
You mute yourself right there.
Wait, let me check that. No, we're not.
After an Oilers dub.
I want to get that checked out.
That's my secret captain. I'm always.
I think.
But you know what I say, Waz? Thank you for joining us tonight. I asked Waz, basically, first thing when I woke up, 8 a.m. text message. Waz said, yep, I'm in. And I was, studio, you want to do it from home? What do you want? Waz said, I want to come in studio. I want to hang with the boys. We needed positive energy, which you were really pushing. I needed it. Brett was going to have to be here alone, regardless. We ordered 4 Oodle Noodle orders for intern Tristan as well. The bankroll went 3 for 3. I thoroughly appreciate you being here, and we needed this. We make our own luck, and now we go specifically to the Good, Bad, and Oily. Brought to you by Oodle Noodle. Download the app today, and you could have been eating good like the boys on ONAD. I got the 1,000-year flavor. What did you get?
I got the hot Thai box, medium spice, but you want to get the udon noodles because it just kind of brings all the flavor together. It was actually really good.
They have house thick noodles, and then they have udon noodles, which, I'm going to be honest with you, don't totally understand the difference. I always go to the udon selection because you know what you trust, you know what you like, and I mean, there's really no wrong thing. What did you get? Tokyo Glaze?
Tokyo Glaze, but I got the tiny noodles, the smaller noodles. I forget the name.
Tiny noodles for a tiny man.
Oh, he's got a tiny noodle.
See, I didn't make that joke, and you did go there.
What the hell?
Battle also got Tokyo Glaze, I do believe.
Big noodles.
It's been nice. I don't think Tristan had ever eaten Oodle Noodle until he had worked here at Oilersnation.
Oops.
He's you're gonna have a lot of Oodle Noodle if you're working at. No, yeah, he's nodding right now.
He's a dog, man. He's a great guy.
If we're giving out compliments to the whole ONAD team, Tristan he's been an unbelievable addition here to the boys. He's been fantastic. He's flexing behind the camera right now. Yeah, give me a good one.
No offense to the other interns, but he could be up there as a top intern.
Beautiful. Before we get into the good, bad, and oily, I want to listen to one Connor Ingram speaking after the hockey game. He was talking about the importance of starting strong on the road trip, and once again, he was awesome in this game, and I want to hear it from him directly. Let's take a listen, Bert.
Team's been scuffling a bit, haven't had the performances you wanted. You come into a tough building, a divisional game, start of a hard road trip, and you played as good a game as you played in a long time. This has to be have a lasting effect, would you say?
You hope so, right? I think this is a good example of what we can do, but at the end of the day, this one's over. Let's move on. We've got 3 or 4 more left on this road trip, so, we got 2 points here. It's the 2-hour rule. Enjoy it for 2 hours, then we turn the page. So I think that's what comes next.
Mentality kind of talk. You got to lock in for a little bit. And once again, for Ingram, I don't want to be negative. That was a terrible goal for him to allow. That he didn't technically allow, but that one sliding along the ice, his paddle, bad angle, whatnot, and it goes over him. But he was able to, the word I always use is compartmentalize. He was able to put that over there, focus on the rest of the game, and lock in. And he was awesome for the Oilers. .923 save percentage. Now, saw a lot of people talking about it in the chat. The good this evening, I went with. Waiting for it. The good this evening, I went with Vasily Podkolzin, baby. He was awesome in this hockey game, like he is in most hockey games for the Edmonton Oilers. He scores his 15th goal of the season, a career high, obviously, for Bordzy. And he just showed, Brett, can we get a look at it? Unbelievable effort on this goal. Breaking out from his own D zone on a face-off win and just not being denied. This is a dog on a bone, as we talk about, just shot out of the D zone, head down, the ability to fight off the defender. He draws a penalty on this as well, and he goes backhand over to forehand with enough force. Yes, Adin Hill gets his pad on it, but enough force that this one does eventually cross the line. Was a little concerned there that I thought Jack Roslovic touched that puck. I think even he did as well. But Bordzy, regardless of him even getting on the score sheet, which he did in this massive goal, I feel like a broken record because I say this so much, but he is a coach's dream. He's a fan favorite for a reason because he works up and down your lineup in every single spot because his game is built off effort. It's built off being physical. And you look at a play like that, that was just being hungrier. That was being faster. That was wanting it more. And there you go, in a big game against the Golden Knights, division game, 4-point swing in the standings. It's Vasily Podkolzin getting it done. And we have seen him do these same things, whether he's with Leon Draisaitl in the top 6, whether he's on the third line driving play by himself, whether he's a fourth line role in the NHL playoffs, and it's hit everything you see. He knows what the coach is giving him. He is always giving his everything, and it's unbelievable. That guy scores his 50th goal of the year. We still got 18 games to go, I believe, on the year, and the sky's the limit. He could hit 20 goals this season, and you think about the Oilers fleecing of the Vancouver Canucks to acquire Bordzy a couple years back. It's unbelievable. He signed to an extension. Vasily Podkolzin, I love you, and I want you to be an Oiler for life.
Yeah, showed the NHL Sid who pointed it out that he has one less 5-on-5 goal than McDavid and Draisaitl right now in the Oilers. So
that's insane to hear.
That's pretty hot.
Wow. That's
where do you rank him up with the all-time Oilers trades? Because I think I saw someone point in the chat. Is this one of the best trades in Oilers history? I mean, there's a lot, but... I
mean, once again, how old is Vasily Podkolzin? I'm looking it up right now.
He's 27, 28.
I mean, to look at all the Oilers trades, it's hard to say, but best Stan Bowman trade?
He's 24 years old.
Oh, what?
We have so much more to go in the career of Vasily Podkolzin in that this is just the beginning, man. We look at what he was last season. We look at what he is this year, and there have just been incremental steps. He's worked on his offensive game. Shout out, sorry Pangs, I don't remember the name of Podkol's and skills coach, but clearly there has been some work put in, and the boy is now signed for 3 more years at a cap hit of $2.95 million. That is a bargain at if he's going to be putting up 15 to 20 goals a season, whether or not he's on Leon's wing. And you mentioned a stat like that for his 5v5 goals, and I'm not surprised. He's not on the power play, yet he is one of the more effective Edmonton Oilers out there, night in, night out.
Ned Lukasevich.
Shout out. Shout out to the boy.
Google, baby.
Shout out to the boy. I also believe we got a post-game clip here from one Chris Knobloch. Maybe he can say exactly what I just said about Bordzy. It's everybody giving praise. Let's take a listen to Knobs.
How important is Vasily Podkolzin to this group and his contributions?
He's a very important player, not only scoring goals, but just you always want a team with some grit, some sandpaper, hard to play against, and he checks all those boxes. He's able to score sometimes, like tonight was a huge goal for us, and the speed to get that puck for the breakaway goal. But he had numerous hits where, the other team knows that we have some guys that will maybe hurt you, like hit you hard, and they feel it. So it makes them a little bit nervous. So his contributions are, quite a bit.
A 4th-round draft pick was the price the Edmonton Oilers paid up for Vasily Podkolzin. Enough said, baby. One man's trash is another man's treasure. I still cannot wrap my head around how, at the time, did Vasily Podkolzin not mesh with Rick Tocchet? That seems like the most obvious marriage made in heaven type situation, but somehow, some way it didn't work out, and I thank my lucky stars every single day that Pods is an Edmonton Oiler, and I know I said Oiler for life. Correct myself, that's dumb as shit because he was a Canuck, but Oiler for life from that point on, even though that doesn't totally make sense. Wazzy's the best in the chat.
Well,
the chat agrees.
Recently the Edmonton Oilers haven't had the best luck with, off-season acquisitions, signings, whatever it may be. Right now, Matt Savoy and Vasily Podkolzin are 2 players that are seemingly they're panning out, which is a good sign, right? I know, the Victor Arvidssons, the Jeff Skinners, the Mangiapanis. I know those are signings, but you almost expected more out of them compared to a Vasily Podkolzin. And Podkolzin is just a definition of what hard work can bring you when you just put it together and just put your head down and focus on your job. And I think there's so many players in the Oilers lineup who can really learn from him. I think he leads by example. Just go to work and you're going to get it rewarded.
I think a lot of players in the NHL could learn something from Pods, and you can see it.
Elias Pettersson.
He is nice. Waz is on fire tonight. Let's go. That even threw me off. That you can see it. 97-29. They love Vasily Podkolzin. They are vocal about it night in and night out. I mean, we're just hearing the praise there from Coach Knobloch. Bordzy is exactly the type of player that you think he's doing so well right now in the regular season, 15 goals. Pods is a playoff player. Like, everything about his game is made for the NHL playoffs. We're not even there. He's already gotten plenty of experience in the NHL playoffs. Sky's the limit, man.
Last year, the only game the Edmonton Oilers lost that Vasily Podkolzin scored in was Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Final.
Didn't need to hear that, but
Sorry.
all right. Thank you for that.
Why should you have to remind me?
A lot of people, boys in the locker room, love him too. Somebody said to Doug, it was both the Dougs I'm reading, rare Bowman fleece. I don't know about that, but it's definitely, it's the best fleece he's had, without a doubt. With good comes bad. What we went for this one was the Jack Eichel goal, the turnover at the end of the game. It's the kind of mistake that you simply cannot make. And if you want to win the Stanley Cup, shit like that is going to bite you in the rear end. Not only were the Oilers on a power play, it was a shorty against... you're getting pinned in your own end against the boards of 90 seconds into the power play. How do you even get into a position like that to begin with? This power play, this PP was ugly. Tried to change my words. This power play was ugly for the Edmonton Oilers. And, you're going to give the puck out in the slot, in the open area, to Jack Eichel, completely untouched.
Kind of fan on that, hey?
Probably 9.9 times out of 10, he's going to do that. And then, everybody in oil country, up a little bit and you're a little bit nervous. The Oilers eventually, they do get the win and they hold on to it. But I had a hard time picking bad tonight. The only other was like the Ingram disallowed goal, so it's not even reality, so it didn't happen. I actually don't know what the hell you're talking about. Was the bad? You can't be making mistakes like that. It is a Bouchard turnover.
Yeah.
Reset the counter. He has been more than awesome. Rewind earlier into the show. We're not shitting on Bouch tonight.
No, I mean, that's the thing with Evan Bouchard. Sometimes he giveth, sometimes he taketh, and he's a high event player and a lot of high risk, and I think that's a situation where he had a plan with the puck and it just did not go his way. I think he looked like he fanned it there, and I think it's important to remember that he's never going to have a perfect game, right? Like, no one's going to be perfect. Even Connor McDavid had some turnovers in that game that looked brutal, but unfortunately for Bouchard, that's the one that ended in the back of the net.
And they found a way to power through.
Exactly.
They still got the job done, and say it a lot, live by the sword, die by the sword. More good than bad. Oh, there's been a shit ton more good than bad for Bouch this season. Now we get to the Oilie, and I want to talk about the Edmonton Oilers' fourth line because tonight they were incredible in very limited amount of time on ice. Obviously, Trent Frederick scored the first goal of the game, but look at these numbers. 4:48 time on ice at 5v5. The shots, 3-1 with them on the ice. The goals, 1-0. Scoring chances, 6-2. There were 3 hits. And the expected goals for percentage with Colton Dach, Trent Frederick, and Josh Szymanski on the ice was 89.11%. They were awesome. Obviously, scored the first goal of the game on the Trent Frederick one where we talked about it. There was nothing pretty. There was nothing sexy. It was both Dach and Frederick standing in the blue paint, banging away. Evan Bouchard gets below the goal line, throws it out in front, and they're lucky. They get stick on puck and they're able to do it. Actually, Freddie got stopped by Aiden Hill, gets his own rebound, and fires it into the back of the net. Don't even get me started on Colton Dach continuing to chirp as they're celebrating this goal. I loved every bit of it. Szymanski getting into Park a little bit as well. And yes, it was very, very little amount of ice time in this hockey game for these guys. Colton Dach, 5:05. Trent Frederick, 10:59. And Josh Szymanski, 7:39. They were highly effective. They were all +1, and that was refreshing to see, man. It was awesome. Rico, he didn't make it in the lineup tonight. He was a game-time decision. Szymanski up on an emergency recall. He was solid, and this is the stuff you love to see. If you can get some timely goals from your fourth line and a little bit of sandpaper, a little bit of energy, and some barking back here and there, that's exactly the ingredient you need to go on a run for the next 18 games of the season. The fourth line was awesome tonight,
I totally agree. I just wish we saw more of Colton Dach, but it's okay. He's a young player. I wonder if Knobloch just kind of looked at him and was like, I like what you're doing, but you're going to be a problem. We don't need more players in the box right now, because it seemed like he wanted to go after a couple players. So I don't mind him holding him back a little bit. Josh Szymanski, once again, I wish we could have seen him more, but it was also one of those games that was just kind of tight. You wanted your, I would say, more experienced players in situations like this. I think if the Oilers were, blowing out the Golden Knights, different story, more Colton Dach, more Josh Szymanski. In this case, you wanted your veteran players to handle business.
They handled.
That was what I was going to say. Fourth line, like a bunch of fourth line guys, tight game, especially after that 3-2 goal. You're not sitting there going, okay, like we need to put out our fourth line. Because, like you said, could take a penalty, but could also have a bad turnover. We saw it happen with them last game as well, where it wasn't a bad turnover, but it just wasn't great back checking with that fourth line and turned into a goal. Don't want that to happen in that late period, late in the game. But they just were unbelievable tonight. You want to talk about energy line, and you talk about grit and sandpaper. Every single time they were out on the ice, they were doing something that really bugged the Vegas Golden Knights. It was great.
Couple of dogs out there. Tell them I said bark, bark.
You guys do the barking.
That's
all we need. I don't want to bark right now.
Oh my!
This will be the last time was on Oilersnation After Dark, everybody. So why don't you appreciate that?
Shit.
Imagine being a guest on a show.
Battle, will you bark for me?
There you go. That's the bark.
Thank you very much.
You bark for me.
You're hired. A lot of people in here going, is Doc going to stick? I see from Lance Kane. I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. And once again, there's a reason he only played 5 minutes. He's a young guy. Same with Szymanski. You're in crunch time. Anything they give me is an added bonus. This was the first game I've watched. I'll say it. The first game I've ever watched of Colton Dach. So I don't know much about the guy. We'll continue to see it build here. Once again, I don't know what the injury is with Adam Henrique. That would be Josh Szymanski, who stays in the lineup. But Lazar's banged up. We know Janmark's out, and you just like having competition at the bottom of your lineup where these guys, especially a Colton Dach, you tell him you take him out for 3 games, you bring him back in for 1, he's going to needs to be on a leash. He's going to need to be held back. He's going to try and go after these guys. You pick him for specific matchups. Florida Panthers game coming up in the next 2 weeks. Maybe that's one.
Tampa Bay just had a big game against Buffalo.
All right, timeout. What did Rasmus Dahlin do to Brandon Hagel tonight?
That's nuts.
I did not watch this hockey game. We were live on pre-gaming when all hell broke loose, looked like out there on the ice. And Brandon Hagel, I love him. He's a local boy. Shout out Morinville, I do believe.
I think so.
He might need to learn some self-control, man, because we watched that play, and I said to you, that's assault, brother. That's assault. You just followed him around and tried suckering him in the back of the head, in the face, and Dahlin wanted no part of that. I know this has nothing to do with the Oiler game. It was oily as shit, if you ask me.
Yeah.
That was wild stuff. He's going to get some serious talking to from the disciplined George Peros.
He won't. Like, George Peros is so bad at his job. That
was assault, brother.
It was, for sure. Bo Horvat got fined however much he got for bumping William Eklund. I'm sure this one will just be a slap on the wrist. I have a personal connection by, like, second degree to the Hagels. I'll try and figure out what happened there, what really snapped his stick. Yeah, that was crazy. That game, but that's a game. The Lightning. I was going to call them the Leafs. The Lightning are coming into town here soon, or they're going, whatever. They're playing the Lightning here soon. That's going to be an interesting game. That's going to be a game where you want Colton Dach, where you want that fourth line to have a game they had like tonight.
Corey Perry.
Oh, yeah.
As well.
Crazy.
So the Tampa Bay Lightning confirmed will lose in the Stanley Cup final this year. Good for them. Clap it up. Clap it up for them. Shout out to that. Also, I could not stop laughing at this comment from that dirty hippie. Was mogging instead of barking.
Do you know who that is?
No.
Think about it. That dirty hippie who looks like a hippie.
Michael Menzies.
Yeah.
Michael Menzies.
That's what I thought of too.
The BBL live and in person.
Hey, he's got the BBL. I got the Micro Mac.
And nice. Micro, what was do you have? Sorry. Also, shout out Waz. Because he is mogging. He is actually mogging me right now. I'm getting frame mogged.
Look at his forearms, dude. Like you've been juicing, dude. You've been
a little bit. Oh shit.
You've been sticking up.
Me?
Yeah.
I just take creatine.
You've been sticking up.
So
no comment. No comment.
Safe space. We're in the safe space with 350 other people in here as well.
It's okay. We know someone who can help you with that.
No comment. No comment.
All right, let's go now. Everybody's favorite part of the program. Who was wearing the jeans this evening? Brought to you by Wilhauk Beef Jerky, because only the finest tasting meat products earn that Wilhauk name. Made from a 100% Alberta beef, their jerky is aged, seasoned, smoked, and marinated to savory perfection. They gladly fill orders of any size, and you can find their jerky, sausage, and other products out of their Leduc location. And for more information, head on over to WilhaukBeefJerky.com. Candidates, folks, what are we thinking this evening? Who was, if you're new here, who resembled like they were wearing a pair of Levi jeans underneath their equipment? There's a couple candidates. There's been some recurring candidates a lot lately. I will let you go first.
My boy Jake Wallman, our boy Jake Wallman. We love
Brett's
him.
boy Jake Wallman.
Yeah, he's got him inked on his leg there. we want to support him. We want to see him do well. But recently, he's just been fighting. I don't know why, but tonight he was just taking a beating. Like, he was on the ground a couple of times, and it was reminding of that scene from Rocky 3 when Apollo Creed tells Rocky to wake up. There is no tomorrow. What's the matter with you? I'm like, God damn, that's what Jake Waltman is to hear right now. Because, man, you are better than this, dog. Come on.
Get up, Rock.
We saw what you did last year. Get up. No pain. No pain.
Adrian. You hear Jake just doing it at the end. Nice, you did that. It's a very good slash long voice, Brett. Yeah, man. Like, there's another candidate who's been a recurring candidate on the show, but I did have written down in big bold letters, Jake Walman. And I feel for the guy because he looked like a hurting unit out there tonight. And we remember a couple games ago where Walman didn't play in the third period. And after the fact, Chris Knobloch said, he was banged up and we didn't want to push him too much. Then a day or two after, Walman made a comment about, no, I was kind of fine. And once again, maybe that's just something you say. He clearly looks like a guy who was He clearly looks like a guy who was laboring out there, and he's fighting it a little bit. At one point, he got crunched into the boards. He scorpioned a little bit where his legs came up behind him, and he was hunched over in pain, continued to stay in the game and on the ice specifically, battled along the boards, was basically, I was screaming at the top of my lungs, just go stand in front of the net, man. Just go stand in front of the net. The Darnell Nurse special, as we all remember. But Walman, you felt for him. He continues to battle. It's tough. I hope it is only injury related, which, I feel very confident that it is something like that because, the fall off has been... It's been something that needs to be studied.
I don't want to be talking about a fall off. It's like, there's got to be more here.
He needs to be better. He needs to be better. And once again, the other name I'm seeing a lot in the chat, one Darnell Nurse. A lot of people are just saying he's an auto minus.
Well, it's funny because Darnell Nurse, I think, played the most minutes out of any Oilers defenseman. But I also think that's just the case because of Matthias Ekholm being under the weather. So Darnell Nurse got more minutes. Usually Evan Bouchard is the defenseman who plays more minutes than anyone. Shout out Connor Murphy, by the way, 22 minutes, 33 seconds. But just back to Jake Walman, I made the Rocky comparison. Jake Walman has turned into a bit of a human meat shield this year. He's just taking hits.
He's just getting beat up. And once again, he's a hockey player. He's a tough customer. Give him credit. I don't want to just shit on the guy and be like he's not up to par. He's trying to do it. He's saying all the right things in the media. He's playing a fair amount of minutes. And yes, it is funny because ever since we've had Paul Coffey join the team, we know that he loves Darnell Nurse. He trusts Darnell Nurse. Darnell may now be on the third pair for the Edmonton Oilers, but you're right. He did play 23-14 in this hockey game, more than Murphy, more than Bouchard. Ekholm only played 14-12. He was under the weather, and it's something that I think we're just all going to have to get used to at this point. And the only reason we get so pissed off with Darnell Nurse and these lapses and all these mistakes that he makes is because we know there is a serviceable defenseman in there. Definitely not a 9.25, but a 7. There's a $7 million defenseman in there. I've seen it before. Not very frequently frequently enough.
We saw it for a stretch last year in the postseason from rounds 1 to 3. We were not going to talk about that cup final because it was disastrous. But that's when the Edmonton Oilers were playing some really good, solid team defense with Darnell Nurse included.
He was a part of it. He was a big part of it. And once again, team defense, large part of the story tonight for the Edmonton Oilers. I actually want to go back to that and look. Golden Knights, 10 high danger chances for in this hockey game. So overall, we wanted a little bit less, but beggars can't be choosers right now for the Edmonton Oilers. They only allowed 2 goals, boys. Huzzah!
That is huzzah!
Adrian!
That's right. You don't tell me when to bark. I bark when I want. I'm a lone wolf.
Didn't go the alpha.
You want me to do the hangover monologue? Because I did it before.
I did it for drama class?
For drama class.
Me too.
I guys want to be drama kids.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, man.
That's man. Real quick.
I respect all the drama kids back in the day.
Yeah,
we were weird. We're funny. We're a different breed of cat.
Kind of surprised I wasn't one.
Yeah, and I was about to say, because you'd be
9th grade.
This guy couldn't act. This guy ain't got no game over here.
Right.
Because this is exactly what you get. This was the most genuine guy in the world. All right, now it's time. We're talking wins. I'd like to talk 3 separate wins in Bordzy's Bankroll, brought to you by Bet365, 19 plus. Please play responsibly. Download the app today. Use the promo code NATION, NATION. I smashed 2 UFC 3-leg parlays last night, and today we did it again, folks. No, but it is 1+ point. That's what I told.
Oh, shoot, that's right.
Yep.
Damn it.
Oh, Brett's trying to cuck me right now. I'll show you.
You're right. You're right.
Read it. Top one right there. Returned on Bet365.
Oh, wow.
There we go.
Bring that
it was
to
1+
Vegas.
point for Evan Bouchard, but I messed up the numbers, whatever. Edmonton money line was the first leg at -110. A straight up pick 'em this evening on Bet365. And the Oilers on the road as well. I haven't even mentioned that part of this yet. And then Connor McDavid, 2+ points. He's able to get it on the Kasperi Kapanen empty net goal. I was sweating that one big. I was jumping around this office. I did a full lap, high-fiving everyone. May have yelled, "I'm rich! I'm rich!"
Like,
responsibly, of course.
It's like when Charlie found the golden ticket in Willy Wonka.
I ran all the way back home to my grandfather in bed.
And then
Just
all
like-
of a sudden he started walking after 40 years.
Waz got out of the chair. Bang! There it is. Shout out. Thank you, Brad. I appreciate that. It doesn't happen very often, so I do need to see 3 beautiful green check marks. If the Oilers get hot, can Bordzy get hot down the stretch, Waz?
I hope so. You're gonna.
I hope
need
so. How'd you do on Bet365?
My parlay crumbled. I only got Dorofeyev 2+ shots.
Ooh, out of 4 legs?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, thanks,
Ooh.
Brett. That was your spider. Non-existent.
Okay.
Can't lose if you never place it.
Yeah.
Talk about responsible gambling.
Crazy that a loser's trying to talk down to me.
But you can vicariously live through us in the
Yes,
chat
true.
and Bordzy's Bankroll. And if you're new here, we spin the wheel on pre-gaming twice. First wheel spin is all 18 Oilers skaters who's going to score the first goal of the game. It was Leon Draisaitl tonight. Unfortunately, he didn't do it. And then the anytime was Darnell Nurse, which is always a rush. Whenever Darnell decides to say fuck it and skate up the ice all by himself and flub a wrister on net, there's a chance that he could get that anytime goal. And I was sweating it throughout, but unfortunately, it didn't happen. But fortunately, the Oilers do get a W in this hockey game. So I just want to talk here for, once again, reminder, the voicemail line is active. I believe we got some in already. I want to talk about the NHL standings right now because this was a good evening for the Edmonton Oilers. I believe the Oilers and Golden Knights game and then the Ducks taking on the St. Louis Blues were the only Pacific Division teams in action this evening. Just second guessing. Nope, that was it. So the Oilers now, if you check the standings at NHL.com, are officially 3 points back of the Anaheim Ducks. Now the Ducks do have 1 game in hand, but the Oilers 2 back of the Golden Knights. Oh, nice. Thank you very much, Brett. This is exactly what I'm looking at on my laptop right now. They're in this thing right now, Waz. There is plenty. They're in it so much that they could win the division, and they're in it so much that they could miss the playoffs if things don't go their way. But this was a massive 4-point swing in the standings. And with 2 more matchups against the Golden Knights to come, they play again March 26th when we're on the nation vacation, and then again at Rogers Place on April 4th. There's some big matchups. You look down low there. The Utah Mammoth, another team the Oilers play here in the month of March. They take them on March 24th. The Kraken, they play March 31st. Brett, keep scrolling for me if you could. The San Jose Sharks, March 17th. The LA Kings, they take on in April. The Predators, they take on 7 days from now. There's a lot of big matchups here for the Oil. And if you scrolled up to the Central Division, they're about to take on the Avalanche, the Stars.
At least not the Wild.
Yeah, shout out. And you look at, oh my God, look at the Avalanche. Look at the Pacific Division in comparison to the Central. This is, thank God for the Pacific Division. I'll never get sick of saying it.
Well, what's very interesting about the standings here, if you sort by goal differential, it's the Colorado Avalanche and then the Edmonton Oilers, which is crazy to me.
That is actually insane.
The Edmonton Oilers have the second most goals in the NHL, and it's hard to fathom because they allow so many goals.
It's okay, Brett. You don't have to.
Yeah, sorry, Brett. I don't want to make you work more, but
I'm going to choose to trust Waz on this one. I'm going to choose to trust Walls on that one, which is
But who has the best power play in the league?
the Edmonton Oilers.
Who has the worst PK in the league? Colorado Avalanche.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. And they're like, that is the most astounding thing about this Avalanche team is that.
That's crazy.
And I believe their power play numbers are also dog shit as well for the Avalanche. I mean, who cares as long as they're getting it done 5v5. But either way, the standings, it's going to be quite the race as we come down to the end of the NHL season. Only 18 games to go for this Edmonton Oilers squad. And it's crazy. I don't want a shameless plug, but there's a lot of reason to tune into pre-gaming and Oilersnation After Dark here for the next 2 months, 6 weeks, I guess, roughly, of the regular season. This could be a TSN turning point. No free shout-outs for the Edmonton Oilers, and all we have left is hope. Hope will never die. There ain't no reinforcements coming, right? Everything is now in the room, and this is go time, shit or get off the pot time, and it's going to be very, very interesting to see. This was a big win for the Oilers, a much-needed win for the Edmonton Oilers. Let's go now. Let's take a listen to some voicemails, maybe. Actually, just let me check here. I want to give a quick shout-out to Truck Month. Shout out GMC Truck Month, baby. It's Truck Month, and that means it's your opportunity to get into a 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 Pro Graphite Crew Cab at 0% financing for 72 months. You're getting a 2-inch factory lift with off-road suspension, a powerful 5.3-liter V8 engine, and a commanding presence that demands attention. Hurry in and go see the Sierra 1500 Pro Graphite Crew Cab in person and take advantage of Truck Month before it ends. Waz, give me a Truck Month.
Truck Month.
Thank you, Brett. Give me a Truck Month.
That was weird.
Truck Month.
Truck Month.
You want to do that big, deep truck sound.
I don't think all three of us in this room are truck guys.
I'm not your truck.
Truck Month.
Waz is mogging me right now. He's definitely a truck guy. He's definitely a truck guy.
Honestly, no, I'm not.
You trying to vehicle mog me?
I'm more
you
of a-
trying to vehicle mog me?
I like an SUV, but nothing wrong about trucks. Trucks around Alberta.
Trucks do run Alberta. I'm just jealous. I just don't think I could pull it off. I don't think I could
You got
park
the stash for it though.
I know. It's for other guys, and also all of my
Whoa,
buddies
whoa.
drive trucks, and that means
Hey.
they have to drive on every single road trip that we go on. It is the easiest cop-out to be like, well, boys, why would we take my sedan? Why would we ever do that? I'm also not driving. I'm going to drink beers in the back the whole time. Sick.
Peyton drives a truck.
Peyton?
Peyton
He's
drives
also
a truck.
6'7".
Peyton drives a truck?
Yeah.
How did I not know that?
He just got it.
Nice.
Kind of new.
From GMC, Truck Month. Did you do it during Truck Month?
Good question.
Missed opportunity for him if he didn't. All right, Brett, what do we got for voicemails this evening from our lovely, lovely fans out
We
there?
have 4 voicemails today. A very interesting lineup, to say the least.
Just like us.
So, yeah, you know what? You're right. It's very reminiscent of today's lineup. So, let's just start off with our queen. Tammy left us a voicemail. Let's listen to the sweet, sultry sounds of our queen, Tammy.
I am so okay, sorry, this is Tammy. I am so sorry that I have missed the last 2 games on pre and post gaming. I was up to my absolute elbows in taxes because I own my own business and I've been digging for every single write-off. So I am sorry I have not been here, but I am here now. And I missed you all very much. And I'm very, 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 very happy to have all of my stuff ready to throw at my accountant tomorrow. So I will be a better Oilers fan. I swear. Okay. I love you, boys. We'll see you later. Bye.
I love you, Tammy. Don't ever apologize for. Hey, I'll let you know something. I wasn't here on Friday. I wasn't a part of the show or watched it
I was
either.
at the game.
Yeah, this guy was World of Warcrafting hard.
Yeah, I got a free shirt.
Did you?
Showed to my boy Kess Live, Warcraft streamer. He gave me a free shirt.
Hell yeah.
Shout out. Tammy, that was adorable. That's why Tammy's the best. That she feels so bad for missing that. Tax season sucks. I could only imagine having to do your own business. I don't do any of that stuff.
Great reminder, too.
I got one income. That is a great reminder because
Just
I
send in
haven't
my
done
T4.
anything yet for that. My bad. Canadian IRS, whatever it is. They don't listen
Canadian
to the show.
IRS.
Whatever that
That's
is.
what it is.
CRA.
There it is. Thank
There
you.
you go.
I was trying to find it in my head. I was like, it's another 3 letters.
No, I like the Canadian IRS.
IRS. They don't watch After Dark. Tammy, we love you. We'll be here down the stretch run. And once again, like Brett, Tammy has been here for all 3 years in existence of pre-gaming with Bordzy and Oilers Nation After Dark, we could never be mad at you.
Never.
I don't think anyone in this chat could be mad at you.
Oh my God.
You've probably donated the most money to the Ben Stelter Foundation out of anyone.
Yeah, probably ever.
You're the most consistent person we have.
Yeah.
We love you.
We love you.
Well, let's tell Tammy you love her.
I love you, Tammy.
Thank
Battle,
you.
say it. Love you, Tammy, he said.
He said it. Alrighty, moving on to one that might be a little more off the rails. This one's coming from Shooter McGavin.
Bordzy, Waz, what's up? Good evening. Shooter McGavin. How's it going? Hope everything's going well. Solid game by the boys in Vegas today. That versus speed by Bordzy was, I don't think I've ever seen that. That was actually really cool. Hope your trip in Toronto was doing well. And game of the year was the Sabres and Bolts. I saw the second half of that game and holy sweet baby Jesus, that game was crazy. Anyhow, I hope everyone's doing well and everyone take care of yourselves. Have a good night.
Sounds a lot like Doug White.
That does sound a lot. I was just about to say, do you still have access to all the old voicemails that have been left?
I do.
Because we need to start voice checking these now that we've got a little in. Also, I think I'm starting to like Shooter McGavin, man. I think I'm starting to like Shooter McGavin a little bit because sweet baby Jesus, whatever he said right there, that was probably the game of the year this season. 15 total goals scored, 109 penalty minutes. Now, the Oilers did play as well, and that was the biggest game of the year so far for the Edmonton Oilers. But Shooter, no lies detected on that voicemail. Normally there's something that I kind of furrow my brow at. So, Shooter, I tip my hat to thee. Gold star. And, yeah, man, thanks for being there every step of the way. As much as we always chirp and make jokes, we do love you. We do appreciate you being here. And that was a big one from the Edmonton Oilers tonight. Everybody's feeling good. Even I'm feeling lovey. And look at that. Something in the air tonight.
You're going to be surprised about who else was impressed by tonight's game. But that'll come after this one. Because Yash left another voicemail. Let's hear what Yash has to say.
Bordzy, Waz, producer Brett. It's the Oil Report here. How are we feeling after that one? You know, we're all saying as a fan base that, we got to learn how to win these close 3-2, 2-1 hockey games. And we pretty much just did that. Through 50 minutes of this game, the score was 2-1. We allowed one goal, which is very rare these days. And Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl didn't even have a point until that point of the game. Connor Murphy played a very big role in that, in my opinion. He looked very good defensively. Matt Savoy also looking very good since the end of the Olympic break. And one, Vasily Podkolzin. What a game from him. Mucking it up physically, scoring a goal, and then absolutely turning on the Jets for the goal he scored. He honestly probably would have kept up in a race with McDavid if he was skating that fast. I would also like to mention that on my account, I post a video of Godzilla with Vasily Podkolzin's face on it every time he scores. So, I'd recommend you watch it because I personally think it's pretty funny. And can we all just all take a moment to laugh at Rasmus Andersson, his broken stick assisting on the game-winning goal.
Overrated.
Could have happened to anyone, but it's just 1,000 times funnier that it was Rasmus Andersson. And, anyways, thank you, boys. Cup, yeah.
Follow the Oil Report, people, because that's great insight. That's good jokes from our boy right there as well. And yeah, I could watch this over and over and over. Who put that there? Oh wait, your own teammate did, I'm pretty sure. And once again, the Oilers, they pounce on this one. There's so many things to take out of what the Oil Report just said there. Podzilla is a dog on a bone. Once again, Brett, maybe you should go scroll for that. Maybe you should. No, we'll do it on our own time, actually. No free shout-outs.
Yeah, you're right.
No, I'm kidding. Right. But one guy we haven't talked a lot about, Connor Murphy, he mentioned in that as well. He played 22 minutes, 33 seconds time on ice, 3 blocks, 2 hits. He's just an even on the evening, and I thought he was just that, steady Eddie. He was a physical presence in front of the net. He was a calming presence on the PK that allowed the Oilers to kill 2 for 2 against the Golden Knights tonight. And that was my first look at him in an Oilers uniform, and exactly as advertised, exactly what the doctor ordered for the Oilers in their D zone and on their back end. He's big, he's nasty, he's mean. You talked about, I forget who it was, trying to get an extra shot tonight, and he goes in. no, you're not getting away with that. And I think there's a lot to be said about that presence and bringing that into the room. We all know he wore an A with the Chicago Blackhawks, has played over 800 games in his career, yet to play a playoff game. And you think another guy whose style of play is completely built for the NHL playoffs. I really liked what I saw from him. And the Oil Report, I really liked what I heard from you. But Waz, thoughts on Murph? Connor Murphy.
Connor Murphy, not Ryan Murphy. Very good, very steady. Played 22 minutes time of my can't talk at the moment, but he was good, just as advertised.
Yep, steady Eddie Murphy. Said Wise Kyle. I like that. I like that a lot.
Charlie Murphy.
Steady Eddie Charlie Murphy. People, if you don't get that, watch Dave Chappelle.
Rick James.
Eddie Murphy.
James.
Can't say any of the other words in there, but watch it.
Eddie Murphy was great in Daddy's Daycare.
Daddy Daycare.
He's been great in a lot of things. Eddie Murphy's been great in a lot of things. Yeah, he's
Donkey. Alrighty.
Norbit.
Yes. I accidentally watched a French version of Norbit recently.
Why?
What?
Because it said
great first thing to say.
it just happened to be on the TV, so I changed the channel to that, and then it was all in French. But then I just kept laughing, so I was like, I know it's physical comedy, and that transcends language.
It's true, it does. That's like Podzilla going through the streets of Japan. That's visually funny to everybody.
Yeah, exactly. To the people of Japan, maybe not.
Maybe not. No, enough time's passed. They're chill now.
Yeah, they know.
It's chill. Didn't actually happen.
Are you sure? Alrighty. This is going crazy if we're talking about this because our final voicemail has come from one Donald J. Trump.
That's Menzies.
Or it might be an AI. It's either AI or Menzies, so take your pick.
Happy Hockey Day in America. I said, wow, it's Hockey Day. Now our game. Unbelievable. And I turn on my TV. I was watching Fox News, but I said, wow, I'll take a break from Iran. Let's watch Vegas, Edmonton. And we saw the Oilers obviously suck big time there in the Stanley Cup Finals the last 2 years. But wow, unbelievable. What an effort. This Podkol's an unbelievable player. I said, wow, what a good player. It's looking like a cup year in Edmonton, soon to be in American City. Unbelievable.
Oh, boy.
That's
it. No comment.
That's a crazy place.
I have so many comments. Clap it up for Menzies.
Good impression.
I knew instantly right there when you started describing. I was like, "There's no way it's not."
What does the J
that
stand
dirty
for?
His middle name? I don't know. Homer J. Simpson is actually Homer J.J.A.Y. Simpson. It's a big episode when he discovers that he moves from J to J.
That's hilarious.
Shout out Jay Downton. Also, shout out to all the J's. Menzies, you're just hilarious. I do want, as he hasn't done it on the show yet, he does a character called Count Trumpula that, to me, he pulled it out at our Christmas party when we were playing Crib. I have not ever stopped thinking about it. Every time I think about it, I start crying with tears. I believe there might be some video evidence somewhere online of him doing this Count Trumpula. He's got to work for it. He's so good at his impressions. I still want him to do the Bordzy impression that I know he's been working on because I think I know he's going to nail that one. And he's just good at it. Once Donald, thanks for watching, I guess. We appreciate it. You want to give us a retweet? That might be massive for us if you did something like that. Also, don't really know if I want to be on that Twitter page, but any publicity is good publicity.
Hey, numbies, baby. That'll do numbies.
Sure.
We're in social media, bitch. What do you think?
Throw me up. Give me what you want. Menzies, you're the man. Chat. They also loved all of that. Everybody in here is just LMAO. He's so good. I viscerally laughed. I love Menzies, man. Shout out to Menzies for holding down the fort, hosting the show Friday night when I was not here. Also, Pangs. I think it's so funny. I don't know if they had really ever spent much time together in the past.
It was their first time meeting. Literally, I was in here.
Sorry, boys.
Bangs walks in. Menzies goes, hey, nice to finally meet you. Oh, they did great.
They did great together.
You
They
could
did
not
great.
tell.
Two awesome writers at Oilers Nation. I wonder if Pangs has a good Donald J. Trump impression. Something tells me not.
When will this show be on Rumble?
Yeah, if we were on something like that, we could get really off topic for the third and fourth hours.
I wouldn't have to cut my jokes.
Yeah, you wouldn't even have to go back and edit. Yeah, that's right. When we go, ooh, did we? Anything else was that you want to mention? You haven't been on the show in a minute. What's new in your life? Or it is almost midnight right now on Sunday.
So much going on. Just pumping out content, brother.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Big 3-hour workday for Waz tomorrow, 11 to 2.
Oh, I already got my content list planned.
Oh, so he's just gonna.
Oh, brother.
He's just gonna walk around the office.
The guy works. The guy works.
He's just gonna walk around the office tomorrow. Then.
Yeah, that's great.
That's why I'm not coming in tomorrow.
I need it.
There was one comment there I just want to address. Is Connor Clattenburg coming back for the playoffs? No. AHL playoffs.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't even. We have no idea what's going on with that guy. He got surgery.
He was injured, got banged up, and then he has not made his way back.
Him and Janmark, Barbados.
And you think about the amount of guys that we have seen get called up from the AHL this season. Like, do we have a farm team that's actually working and producing some things right now? And for a team that's, getting rid of all their draft picks and assets, you still got some solid young players down there in Bakersfield and guys that are at least bringing the energy. It's his Bordzy impression is going to be a brother printer / copier, isn't it? Also, some people were mentioning the trade earlier that, oh shit, Bordzy's back. The trade fell through. Yes, the trade did fall through. We didn't get it in time for the 3 p.m. Eastern deadline. But boys, I think that will do it. Anything? What do you got? What are you giggling about?
Andrew asked what I run in WoW.
Yes, you are. That'll do it for us tonight. Oilers Nation After Dark. Waz, I love you. Brett, I love you. Tristan, you did a bang-up job. As always, he's been an awesome addition to the pre- and post-gaming team. He's made my life 10 times easier, and we appreciate it. Chat, I love you. Big 2 points for the Edmonton Oilers. A 4-point swing in the Pacific Division standings, and the tough games are just getting started. Tuesday night, the Oilers travel to Colorado to take on the Avalanche. They'll be in Dallas after that, and then second half of back-to-back taking on St. Louis. So it is going to be a big week of pre- and post-game this week. Are you laughing at Lance Kane, Brett, saying I already bought a Stapler jersey? Because I was too, trying to keep that together. The Bordzy, I now have a no-movement clause. All right, I'm not getting dealt ever again until July 1st. I'll actually probably be dealt back to Toronto again. But I'll think about a Bordzy. It's like a boomerang. He always comes back.
You were just sent over on loan.
Yeah, I was. Yeah, that's like a soccer thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I was loaned.
What, are you going to go to Toronto July 1st? World Cup's happening? It's going to be beautiful.
Canada Day, Blue Jays. Once again, I don't know of him. I would assume I'm going.
This guy got World Cup tickets without me. And then said he wasn't going to take me because he has house accommodations with his cousin. My aunt lives on the fucking beach.
I'm taking my cousin to the game.
That's crazy. Had a soccer
Trouble in Paradise, boys.
Together.
Let's not end the stream. Why don't we talk this out right here live with 248 people in the chat?
I don't know, man.
Okay, I'll go and I won't invite you.
How does that make you feel?
Shitty.
I'm sorry.
And with that, Waz, bad friend. That's what you get out of the end of this tonight. I love you all.
I can't take the whole family.
You all. Sleep tight. Please throw down your courtesy like on the way out. It really helps the algorithm. Make sure you subscribe to the ON YouTube channel. Tomorrow, ONE, we got Dave Pagnotta joining us for a 20, 30-minute hit. Who knows? We tore up the city of downtown Toronto on Friday night, so I'm excited to get to talk to him again. Love you all. Sleep tight. The Oilers back in the win column. Back. Love you all. Peace out. Good night.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you enjoyed today's episode of Oilers Nation Every Day, make sure you hit the subscribe button here on our YouTube to not miss any of our content. We got you covered from interviews, insight, analysis, everything you need to stay up to date on everything around the team. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a video.